So today I wanted to show off some of my Lego creations because I've not really done many of these. This is literally everything I've created out of Lego that I still have built. Um, so I guess I'll just get started. So first of all, we have my Stig Fig. I try to get as close as I can to myself, but the hair isn't the greatest, and obviously I don't own a shirt like this, but it's still cool and I like it. It fits me well. And then I've got, these are my Austin Powers figures. So I made Austin Powers. I used Robin's glasses hairpiece from the Lego Batman movie sets. And then some other random pieces that I found. I did want to try and build his other coat jacket thing, but I couldn't find any other pieces for it. But so I gave him a revolver and a mug from one of the infamous scenes from one of the movies. And then you've got Dr. Evil. I think this is Ivan Spalko's, or I don't remember her first name, from Came into the Crystal Skull, Indiana Jones. Her trench coat, outfit, whatever. And then some random face. And then obviously no hairpiece because it's Dr. Evil. And then Mini-Me is exactly the same except with short legs and a slightly different face. And then we've got Ace Ventura. I gave him a hairpiece from one of the Ninjago City sets, and then I think this piece was from one of the Lego City character sets where it was just a bunch of minifigures and a few little scenes to build, but it was a cool like Hawaiian shirt-esque thing. And then I gave him just a pug because that was like the best animal I could find for him. And then I made a DB Cooper from infamous plane hijacking in the 70s, and he's still unknown to what really happened to him. But yeah, so he's got a black briefcase, and then I think this used to be a police uniform, and maybe an Ultra Agent's headpiece or something, and then just like a bag. And then I never got a Deadpool Lego set before. I know there was the one helicopter X-Men set with Wolverine in it, but I never got it, so I tried my best to make Deadpool. I used 2 katanas, obviously, some random space jacket, I guess, and then one of the Spider-Man headpieces that just is like, I don't know how to explain it, but it has the eyes, so it kind of looks like Deadpool's face mask, and it's all red and black, and then just a simple face that kind of reminded me of Ryan Reynolds a little bit. And then lastly we've got the Black Knight, sorry, from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. So I've got the Holy Grail there just so I can remember that. And then you've got his sword, which is a pretty cool piece. Forgot where I got that from. But then I just used random knights pieces, and then the arms on this figure I could never find, so it actually fit well that I used this figure. And then I just took off one of the legs, so to recreate the famous scene from the movie, "'Tis but a scratch, merely flesh wound," as he would say, or something along the lines. And you can't really see his face because he just has a black head underneath. So those are the figures. And then we've got my Lemon on a Rock. It's fairly crude. I only built it on a small base plate, and I just used some different like dark gray pieces to build the rock, and then I used a bunch of different yellow pieces to create the lemon. It's very simple in shape and design, but it works, and it just sits on top there to create the lemon on a rock. And then over here I've got my Lego Glock, I guess you could say, pistol, whatever. It's very colorful. It does have sight, and you've got space for the trigger, and the magazine also can come out. You can interchange it if you have more pieces, and if you want, I also kind of use this as like a grenade type thing. You push that off and you throw it. And if you want, you can also change around the gun shape a little bit to make a bit of like a Luger type weapon. So that's pretty cool. And then over here we've got my, I believe it's called tensegrity. It's meant to like kind of look like it's floating, kind of look like it's holding itself up. This is a very crude model. I didn't really spend a lot of time on this, but it was just something cool that I wanted to do because I saw a lot of designs with them. But yeah, all the chains, so you can see like this piece is entirely floating on its own. If I lift it up, like there's nothing connected to it other than chains. The chains are all that are holding it up. And I use just simple pieces to keep it like semi-stable. But it could have some work and I could fix it up a bit, so I might try that at a later time. And then this, I wanted to make just like a bunch of different random things. So I've got the United States flag with an eagle from that same like Lego City character set thing. And then an Irish flag, an Italian flag. Very simple design, and the back is very crude looking. It's not anything special to look at. You want to look at the front. And then just like a door for some reason, and a window. I did at one point have my figure like sitting there, like looking at the door and looking out the window and stuff. But anyway, and then also these are like the Maryland colors. I just thought they were cool. Red, white, yellow, and black. And then the Ravens and the Orioles. I'm not big on sports. I just think they're kind of cool and it's representation. So I just wanted to build a little thing for that I put on my desk. And then lastly, I have my house, which I think is just the most recent recent thing I've built on my own. It's very crude and colorful, but I just thought it was something cool to build while I was bored. So yeah, I have my stick figure on there, and then I just have like little birds and a goat, bunny rabbits in like a little pen. And then on the other side, I've got like a garden tools and stuff. And then another bird. And then the door obviously opens, closes. There's little windows on the side so you can kind of see through, but obviously there's not much lighting in there. But yeah, there's nothing special on the other sides. And then the roof, it's quite simple. There's nothing there. It's just a bunch of base plates and different things. And then there's the stairwell. And I actually built this where it can kind of come apart, but it's a little crude. Some pieces fall out every now and again. But yeah. And on the inside, there's nothing yet. I haven't put anything in there, but I did have like a little bowl and a bag just for if I wanted to put stuff in there. Very simple stairway. But yeah, it's just a cute little house that I thought I wanted to build, and you know, it's alright. But yeah, that's about it for all the stuff that I've built on my own. Not very much on the mock building, but I have tried to get into it. Do need to get a better piece sorting system because currently I just have a bag of or a bin of spare parts and random pieces that I have. But yeah, it's just cool, and the lemon on the rock is probably my favorite because that's my whole thing now. And all the little figures that I've made, they're cool. Yeah. So I just wanted to show those off today just because I thought they were cool, and see you in the next one.